Welcome back to the channel, good friends. Brian from Apex Detail. You will often see me use primer polishes here at the shop in preparation for ceramic coatings. They truly lay down a foundation, the building blocks, the adhesion matrix for a ceramic coating, giving better bonding of the coating to the surface of your car and getting the most out of it, which is very important for me, but more importantly, very important for my customers. I've used quite a few so far. I have 3 more to show you. So here we have NSP 45 from Dr. Beasley's, NSP 95, and NSP 150. So we have a finishing primer, a fine cut primer, and a heavy cut primer, which will prepare different types of surfaces with different types of imperfections on them and get them ready for a ceramic coating. So without further ado, let's start the video. Today I am working with Dr. Beasley's NSP, Nano Surface Primers. We have a fine primer, 45. We have a fine cut, 95. We also have a heavy cut at 150. These all prime the surface and lay the foundation for a ceramic coating. They were formulated for Dr. Beasley's coatings, but I can tell you, and you can rest assured, this does work well with other coatings of different concentrations. So today we're working on a Honda Civic here, and the white paint on this is a newer vehicle. They're thin, they are soft, and they're very textured. So it's going to take a special product to make this color pop. This is a pearl white, and we want to bring out the most gloss and reflection as we possibly can. And there are some very minor blemishes on here. I'm very grateful that they're not deep. They're just love marks from the dealership, which is usual. It's something that happens with every car that's brought to me. So these little tubes here are all 8 fluid ounces of the Nano Surface Primer. I'm going to team those up with the soft polishing pad for this soft clear. You can team it up with the Eurofiber pad on harder clear. You could team it up with a microfiber cut pad if you have the NSP 150 out on a real stubborn clear with real deep imperfections. That's what makes them so versatile. I will work these polishes with a few different ways depending on what I'm doing. If the correction's already been done and all I'm doing is just bringing a bit of clarity out and laying down the foundation, I can move the arm speed quite a bit faster and get around the car quicker, as in a shop setting, time is money. If I'm doing these to actually get the correction done and remove imperfections, I'm going to have to use that correction speed at 1 inch every second or 2. The numbers on the labels of these vials or these containers, the NSP or Nano Surface Primer 45, 95, and 150. The 45 is 0.45 microns. That's the size of the microsphere abrasive that they have within the formula. The NSP 95 is 0.95 microns, and the 150 is 1.5 microns. Removing the product, no problem at all. You can work the polishes as long as you would like. There's no dusting whatsoever, and there is a long cycle time with these. So alright, it did fine with micro marring and love marks. How about this deeper scratch here? I'm going to wet sand this out, and I'm going to use 2500 grit. So let's see if the NSP 45, which is the lightest or the finest cut out of all 3, can polish this to perfection. The pad is already primed, so 1 little drop on the pad will polish out this small area. And indeed, perfection. So the 45 was just enough on this thin soft clear. The 95 would be enough on moderate clear, like some Ford, some GM, and some Chrysler, some German cars. And the 150 would be perfect for a stubborn Corvette clear coat. All right, as I give you the first person view so you get an idea of how this product works into the clear, I can answer a lot of questions on clear coat. And the most common question is, how can I tell what my clear coat is? Hard, soft, medium? Well, it's impossible to make a chart because it's changing every year. That chart would be 300 pages deep. GM, we'll take for instance. Older GM used to be hard, stubborn. The last 3 years, each year, it's getting softer and softer and thinner. And the makers of the clear coat, mostly PPG, are complaining that they're barely getting 2 mils of clear coat to begin with. So 2 mils of clear coat is just enough to protect that gorgeous base coat from UVA, UVB damage. So things are getting softer, they're getting thinner, and that's because the manufacturers are subbing out, or they are hiring outside contractors to come up with and provide them with clear coats, and they're getting softer every year. So it's always best, guys, to do a test spot on an inconspicuous area on your vehicle. Start out with the least aggressive pad and polish necessary, and just slowly step up from there. Maybe do multiple little areas of testing. It's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it for the finish of your clear if you take care of it that way and you're careful. It is a little hard to see on this color, so we are going to get on a darker panel so I can show you how these perform a little bit better. Be easier for you to see, but it has removed all the imperfections, and it may be hard to see through the camera here, but it's really making this color stand out and pop and beg for attention. And that's even before we lay down multiple layers of a quality ceramic coating. Okay, good enough. I'll pull this back inside. We're going to let it cure overnight, and the coating will be applied tomorrow. That'll give us a chance to hop over to the test panel here, and we have a color that is easier for you to see what these primers can do. And you can see the clear coat is troubled here. It needs a little bit of help. We're going to use the exact same thing we used on the softer clear of the Honda, and this is hard clear on this door here, so I'm not expecting a lot. There are different layers and imperfections on this hood, lighter scratches to deeper ones. I'm hoping at least this takes the lighter scratches, brings out a little bit of depth and clarity on the panel, but let's find out. The formulas of these three makes them easy to work with, and I can bring you around and show you using the shop light, although not perfect, leaving the deeper imperfections behind, so we could jump up to the 95 or the 150 from here to finish that out. Or if you'd be happy, you're not comfortable cutting any deeper, it would be time to protect. So very impressive. I really enjoyed working with these products. That will bring us to the final thoughts segment of the video. All three of these primers are Body Shop safe. What does that mean? Simply no fillers, no silicone within the formula. Each one of these three has an individual job, but as a team, they all have one goal, and that's to prepare the surface for a ceramic coating. For instance, the primer 45, NSP 45, could be used on very soft clears. That's what I use it for here. The 95 is a more versatile product, can be used in many ways, where the 150 I will use on hard clear coat with deeper imperfections. They can be used individually, they can be used as a team or one after another in a multi-step correction. I enjoyed using these products both individually and as a team. So when it comes to the rating scale here at the shop, these products are impressive, and I will have a link down below if you want to look into them any further, or if you have any questions, you can ask me. Brian from Apex Detail. I'll catch you in the next video.